Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Andrea.
Hi teacher, it's me Mauricio, and it's presentation the partial.
So we have a special guest that is the teacher Jamie Bernal, and we're gonna start with the questions. So teacher, the first question is, what's your opinion about the LGBTQ plus community?
All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the invitation. Well, that's a very controversial question. And thank you. It's actually an honor to be part of this interview. My opinion about this community, well, as any other community, it's, let's say, a good idea to show the world our rights and our values. So there are different communities, very different to LGBTQ plus, which are also abroad and which are on the media, and they attempt to speak out about their identity, their values, their priorities. So I think that these people, as members of this community, they have been showing lately more and more, let's say, information. They have been more involved in different, let's say, moments around the world, like events, activities in different countries. So I think this community has grown a lot and has strengthened in the sense of, like, it is more common, that's my opinion, it's more common to see people from this community in comparison to the past, right? So, which was not very common, right?
So we know that this is a very controversial topic, and we start with the controversial questions.
Go ahead.
So the second one is, should countries legalize same-sex marriage, and what impact does it have on society?
All right, same-sex marriage. Well, I think legalizing same-sex marriage would open a new door. So in other words, if a person feels attracted by same-sex person, right? And if the person wants to live with that person and have a family, all right, that's another thing. So for me, legalizing same-sex marriage would be dangerous in the sense of traditional family models, which are composed by mother, father, children, right? In the past, that was the model that we learned, right, since we were children. However, nowadays, the model of a family has changed significantly. So children can have two moms or two dads. However, that for me, I think it's difficult in the sense of teaching, like educating like the new generations, right? Like children, especially in my case, for example, I can say that, like, according to my experience and a couple of examples in the United States, a country which has a very liberal culture, I met different children whose parents belong to the LGBTQ plus community, and they had a lot of psychological traumas, they had a lot of difficulties. So perhaps legalizing same-sex marriage could be good at some point. However, again, it would open a door for adoption, and that would be a very, very challenging situation.
Yeah. Well, how was media representation change public views on LGBTQ plus issues?
Well, the media. The role of media has been very, very important lately. Actually, when I was a child, I remember when I was younger, it was not common to see these people, these community members, like outside, like, you know, just chilling out, hanging out naturally. On the news, for example, or TV shows, it was not common to see members from the LGBTQ plus, or perhaps before, especially in my country or in the city where I grew up, the culture was very closed, so it was more conservative. So they didn't have too many options to be outside and to express their opinions about anything. Nowadays, it's very different. So as you can see, the media is showing many things lately, and I think that this community has strengthened. They have grown up as well, all over the world, no matter the language, no matter the country, the religion. Last year, I was telling you, it was just a coincidence. I was in New York in June, and suddenly I just ran into a parade, which is the Juneteenth, so that's a Pride Month. So there was a huge parade in New York, in Manhattan, and it was like the whole media was, recording these people, right, on the parade. They were recording and forecasting the whole event all over the world. There were people from Israel, Canada, France, Germany, England, many countries,
even
in
here.
New York, right, in New York, like showing the world, hey, LGBTQ plus community members are here, and we're so proud of our, community. So I think the role, the media is playing a very important role in order to, let's say, like showing the world what they're doing, I think.
Well, why do you think includes police are important in a school or workplace? Inclusive.
Why do I think inclusive policies
are important
In schools
and
or
schools.
workplaces?
in workplaces?
Right. Well, being inclusive, this is actually a fashionable word. I would say that the word inclusive is new. So we didn't use the word 10, 15 years ago. So, which is good. When we're talking about inclusive policies in the school, I think it's a good opportunity to, let's say, to promote or to foster children with different physical or, let's say, cognitive limitations. So they also have right to come to school. They also have a right to learn, even though they might have certain limitations or difficulties to learn. So inclusive policies, in that sense, opens up more opportunities to children, to families who have children with some learning difficulties or limitations. So in that sense, that's a good opportunity.
Great. Who should teachers and school staff be trained to handle issues related to LGBTQ students?
Let me check again. Yeah. How they should be trained? Okay. Yeah. Oh. Well. It depends on the philosophy of the school. It depends also on the Ministry of Education foundation. So, for example, here in Colombia, public schools are, let's say, they depend. The principal coordinators and professors, they depend on Ministry of Education's foundation. So let's say policies, right? Regarding how to cope with LGBTQ plus issues in the schools, professionals like psychologists, counselors, and even psychiatrists are the ones who should support these trainings. So in other words, teachers, administrators, even parents, because this is not only at the school, parents as well should be included in the training to, let's say, cope with these, issues. And for example, in some Nordic countries like Norway, Finland, Denmark, the person, or let's say the counselor who supports the administrators and teachers in the schools, they are trained on this before. So they are, before, let's say, dealing with an issue, they have to learn how to open up to this kind of community, or let's say students who are part of the LGBTQ plus community. And I would say it's a matter of acceptance of tolerate children with other sexual, or let's say different sexual orientations. However, again, that depends on the context, because teachers, administrators, and parents from specific cultures know 100% the consequences of these kind of trainings, right? So again, the Ministry of Education of a specific country already knows, with they're experts in psychology, in anthropology, in education, of course, how to manage or how to focus those kind of trainings, right, to support the teachers and, you know, solve any kind of situation like that.
And for finish, what advice would you give LGBTQ plus people who are exploring their identity?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. No, I mean, I'm not a psychologist. However, I have worked with
people who are
a lot
of
of,
this community.
yes, members of this community, and what I've seen is that they struggle a lot. They have to deal with discrimination, with rejection. Well, if they just, you know, feel attracted by same-sex people, if they're happy with that, good. However, exploring their own identity, it's pretty normal. However, you need to consult parents, consult professionals, right? Psychologists, friends, help, in the sense that you feel like overwhelmed, or if you don't understand how you feel. That's pretty normal, right? When you're trying, like if you're a teenager and you're trying to, like, to figure out what to do with your life, right? However, I would say that parents' role is crucial in that moment, because when adults, let's say gays or lesbians, who are adults and they just decide to be open up, right, and do whatever they feel, they're happy with that, it's okay. But with children, parents, you know, role play very, very important. Like the role is fundamental for the children's developing, you know, their personality, and in this case exploring their sexual orientation.
Well, teacher, thanks for your time and for this interview. So we're very happy. And that's all.
All right, thank you.
Bye.